None. None.
They were all
They
different.
all got pinged different prices. They all got pinged different prices from the same passenger, same trip, same pickup point, same drop off. Okay. And the variation was as high as $8. $8.
Wow.
So how do you figure that?
Oh.
$8 difference?
So now $8. $8.
Oh.
There was as low as 30 cents and as high as $8.
Hashtag para, baby.
And sometimes the brother's price would be higher. Sometimes his price would be higher.
Now, you know what? Wow. I mean, that's a huge discrepancy. But you said one's in an EV and one's in a regular gas car. I wonder which one got the most requests. Which one got requested first? Was it the EV more?
They both got.
No. Who got
his
the request?
Actually, you know, as far as requests are concerned, out of 30, 27 were identical. So they would wait, and then they would ping. You know, I'm gonna say his name. His name is Matt. They would ping Matt, and then they would ping his brother right away, at a different price. And then the other tip would be they would ping his brother, and they would ping Matt. EV dollar credit obviously made a difference, right? But then he says they all considered that, you know, when he got a ping, they deducted $1 and figured out the difference that way. So
right.
So every trip was pinged to them. Again, same pickup, same passenger, right? Because they're shopping it around. They're sitting side by side, two drivers. So they would ping one guy and then they would ping the other guy. So now I told him, what you should do is, you know, take a screen record of that next time, and he's going to do it next week. And FYI, I actually want to encourage you and urge you, all of you, to do this in your cities. You all know drivers, okay? So this is the test we're going to run in LA in the next coming month, in February. We're going to get about 4 or 5 passengers in a parking lot. We're going to get about at least 10 to 12 drivers in a parking lot, side by side. So we're going to test the Uber app first. We're trying to figure out how discriminatory it is, these algos that they're running. We're going to have 5 passengers simultaneously order 5 trips from where they are to the exact same destination, exact same time of the day. My bet is that all 5 are going to get different prices as far as passengers are concerned.
I bet it is. I bet it is.
So that's against the law, by the way. You can't do that. So that's FTC.
Me and one of the guys I drive with down here, my buddy Fireman Mike, we were sitting side by side. We don't drive the same truck, but we drive the exact same platforms. We're sitting side by side having a conversation. He gets a request, comes through. He says, "No, I'm not taking it. I'm getting out of here. I don't want this." He declines it. I'm sitting 10 feet from him. I get the request, and it's paying me like $1.50 more than what it got offered to him.
There you go. So
yeah, I got it on video.
I have always believed that every driver and every passenger has a little file in some AWS server on Uber's AWS server. Since they know the tendencies of the driver and they know the tendencies of the passenger and the spending patterns, they ping you completely differently, which is against the law. You're not supposed to do that. That's against FTC rules, actually. But then what we're going to do, we're going to take it a step further. Then we're going to hope that whatever passenger is ordering that request from that point to the exact same point, like all 5 of them, one of the drivers is going to get pinged with that in the parking lot. He will decline, and the trip will go to the next driver. He will decline, and we want to see the price variance, right? And we're going to record all of this like professionally. Everybody's phone is going to be recorded. So I urge you guys to do this because this could be interesting.
I've been doing it. The biggest difference between Uber and Lyft is Uber has that extreme price variance. Lyft, it might have like a price variance, but it's nowhere near as big as Uber. That's what I'm saying. Like that one ride I talked about, where like I got a one because I have Para on and I have said it's ridiculous rates. That one ping I got, it averaged $95. I didn't get another one, but I got that one ping, and that's an Uber X ride. This is not like Uber Black, Uber XL, or anything. It was an Uber X, paying more than what I would get from a Lux Black. That's why I mean it's crazy that there's a price variance, but that's why I am such a savior and fanboy of Para, because it allows me to see those price variances and change my parameters based on what's coming in.
Yeah, but when you said Uber is offering me $90 an hour, that's not a factual, comment, right?
No. So like I have my parameters like $20, like what I was doing earlier. I had set a $20 minimum, $3 a mile, and $90 an hour. So it was just
Yeah.
declining Uber X rides left and right. And then I got this
Yeah.
one that
Yeah.
came in. It was like $26, and it parachuted as $96 an hour average for
Right. So
pickup
the
and drop off.
$26, it lasted 15 minutes. That's why it showed you at 96, because that's where the math
Yeah.
is at. Yeah. So, but you didn't actually make $96 an hour. You extrapolated that to the whole hour and then said Uber is offering me $96 an hour.
Yes.
Right.
But like, so I'll adjust my parameters based on how often I see rides. I'm not gonna just decline 200 rides until I get that one.
Well,
But
I
like,
get it. I get what you're saying.
I'll get to the point where if I can decline 10 rides and then get something like that, then that's the perfect haven. That's what I'll run off.
I get you. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. So can we do this test in all these cities? Like Vinny, you can 10 drivers. You can get them in a parking lot and then have a few
10?
people. Yeah.
I got a couple of fans here that we'll probably get together somewhere.
I can get a couple. Yeah, we can do it. Listen, I'm game for it. Anything for you, Serge.
No, I'm serious. I mean, because
Yeah,
we're going to do this. And look, okay, I'm being, I'm always upfront with you guys, and I'm upfront on the show and everything else.
100%.
So, okay, the frequency of emails I'm getting from the boss, not my boss, the Uber boss, is has gone like, this is the trajectory, like a 45-degree angle this way, right? So every week I get one saying, why did he say that? Why did he write that? Why did he say that? And I'm going like, it's getting to the point. It's really, I'm if you guys are watching this Uber, I'm making it public now, okay? So the frequency is like going through the roof, right? So, and then, it puts Harry in a bad situation, right? And he goes, Serge, is this facts? I go, listen, Harry, I put it out there. If it's not factual, instead of crying like a little girl or a high school teenager, come on, put your numbers down. Release the data. Because if you're not going to release the data, you can't cry over spilled milk, because this is my numbers. If you're going to contest it, come contest it with your own numbers. Otherwise, shut up, sit down, go to the corner, cry, do whatever you need to do. So to me, when we do this in LA, I know we're going to prove that what they're doing is not only discriminatory but illegal, because with this price fixing thing, because it goes into price fixing, right? So
that's it. It's price
fixing. If I do this and release this, which I'm going to do, and then they're going to come and say, well, yeah, it's just a small sample size. But if I say, oh, I did it in Tampa, I did it in Austin, I did it in Chicago, I did it in LA, I did it in all Atlanta, I did it in all the big markets, then they cannot come and say, wait a minute, whatever, right? So that's why you guys help me out with this and do it in your cities. It's
something I've also discovered is that the price variance gets higher the bigger the surges.
No, but we're not talking price variance, Brandon. We're talking about different passengers getting different pricing according to whatever model they have in their servers, as far as AI is concerned. Okay.
Okay.
And like, okay, here's the example. If I am from a poor neighborhood and that's my app, that trip to me is going to be offered at a lower price than if I was in Beverly Hills, okay, which is high-end area. Same thing is going to happen in San Francisco. Same thing is going, you guys have high-end areas, low-end areas. If a passenger is from a low-income neighborhood, they're going to ping him at a lower price going to the same place at the same time from the same pickup point. And that's discriminatory. You can't do that, right? Number one. Right. Number two, on the passenger side, on the driver's side, they know what your habits are as a driver. They know if you're an ant, they're going to ping you at the lowest possible price. Because that you take everything anyway, so why do I even have to ping it at a different price, give you like a lot of money? I'm not supposed to anyway. So all these things can be proven easily, right? Now, and if I could do this in like 5, 6, 8, 10 major cities, then they will have nothing to come back and combat that with, because then I got their pants and in a in a squeeze. And
When you let you,
yeah,
you what I would do is if you send me an outline, a bullet point of how you want it, the control.
yeah,
Send me a bullet point of the control, and I'm game. I'll make it happen. I'm sure a couple of guys on the channel will make it happen for you too.
yeah.
And
And
and, and you're
we're
right.
gonna do it on Uber X. We're not gonna do it because that's the most used platform. So we'll do it on Uber X, right?
All right, no
And
problem.
we're not talking about variants, because these two brothers, when they watched yesterday's show, and they commented on the video. He goes, "Me and my brother we were sitting, and we got 30 requests, and all 30 were different between me and him. We're sitting side by side.
Right.
Why is that?
And it is.
Why?
It is.
That's
And it
illegal.
is.
You can't do that.
It right. It is price fixing, and that's the one thing I say about upfront pricing that I don't like. And I haven't made any bones about it. You don't know what you're driving for. When you had a base rate, when you had your base rate, when you had your per minute per mile, right? You knew what you were driving for. You didn't have to sit there and play, Albert Einstein and a mathematician, like from you know, whatever, trying to figure out the damn numbers. You knew if you saw 30 miles, you knew you was a $60 ride.
Yep.
58 to $62. You knew that's what it was.
Yep.
Now it's like you see a 30-mile ride and you're like, what the hell is this $22? Where the hell did this come from?
Yep.
All right, so no, we're game for that, and I'm sure other people will me, bro. I'll push it.
Yep.
Ronnie, this question is for you, because I'm just curious, because WeZoom, he's talking with somebody in the chat, and they're talking about the EV. You get the extra dollar for the EV. Does the Prius qualify for that EV bonus or no?
I'm not sure. I don't think so, because it's not an EV; it's a hybrid.
But right,
The
is he
EV
talking about? Is he talking about the 2020? Because I think Toyota, the Prius, is supposed to switch to electric. Is he talking about the new one?
No, I'm just saying in general, as a general.
The
like
EV,
Prius,
the EV bonus is just not an EV bonus. It's actually a green bonus.
Yeah.
So it should be any hybrid efficient vehicle gets that $1 bonus. It's just now being marketed as an EV bonus, but it is actually it is actually it should be for a Prius.
Well, that's what
Not
I'm
all
saying.
Prius.
It's a hybrid.
Get it, Ronnie?
Not all Prius. Not all Prius. What it is for Uber Green is like, we have a contributor in Minneapolis. He drives the Prius. What is that? The one also you can also
Prius
plug
Prime?
in at the same time.
Prius
There's
Prime.
one that you can plug in. Prime,
Prius
is that what it
Prime.
is? Yeah. That is with the dollar EV credit, but the regular Prius is not.
Okay, I was just curious
because
I
it
was
has
watching
miles of full electric.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I figured, since it was a hybrid, I'm not well versed in that. All right, Steven, you had something you wanted to bring up? You had a question you wanted to get
I
at?
believe Bo or Julio asked the question about what's the longest ride that you've taken. So for anybody that wants to answer that.
My longest trip, this was early on when I was driving X, was from here to Tampa. That was it was a 4-hour trip, 200. It was like 230 miles. I'll never forget it because her flight was canceled, so she took the Uber X over. She is she is a world-class EDM DJ. So she's pretty famous and pretty known. And this was at like 11 o'clock at night. So the only thing I heard from her was because she had just flew back in from Spain. I'll never forget her though, because it was the first time I ever got a trip. That was like in my first year driving, and it came up 45 minutes long distance. So I get down there. So as I'm driving to her, I get a text message says, "Hey, I hope you don't mind going long distance." It's like, no, not at all, not at all, right? But I didn't know where the hell how long distance she was talking. And then when I picked her up, I started tripping. Shit said Tampa. I was like, Tampa? And I'm thinking, man, 11 o'clock at night, I got a 4-hour trip to Tampa. Oh, man, I hope I can stay. Bro, she was out like 10 minutes after she told me what happened to her. 10 minutes later, bro, she was out like a light. 5 minutes before I pulled up to her house, she woke up, and it was a house. It was one of them houses, bro. It's one of them houses. Anyway, I never knew that if you did and you played with the dials, Like I don't know how they call that DJing. DJing to me was right. That was DJing. Anyway, that's my longest trip. So 230 miles one way. Anybody else?
Nobody else?
My longest trip is only 58 miles.
I think
And
mine.
this was before like most people, this was before upfront details.
Okay.
Yeah, you're new.
Yeah.
Well, if you drive enough, I mean, you drive the upper class, so you're not gonna do a 200-mile trip, bro.
I'm definitely not going to do it now that I can see where the destination is.
Yeah,
All right,
exactly.
hold on. Sergio.
Oh,
Sergio.
mine actually is not, well, it's long, but nothing like Vinny's. I've done LAX to San Diego, which is probably 130, 40 miles, maybe. And then I've done LAX to the old days where the multiplier was in play. We did all those long trips. Love those 3x, 4x long trips. I mean, Ronnie probably knows about it. So it's like,
Ronnie, what you got, Ronnie?
I think mine is about 100, maybe 110, 113 miles to like what, Roseville or somewhere in Sacramento from like Oakland. So I've did that a few times. So,
Well,
but I've seen like some like weird glitches. Like somebody will request a trip out here and then go to like Las Vegas. I'm like, is this a glitch? Or if I seen I probably have screenshots somewhere like in my phone, like out here to go to like the East Coast. I'm like, what? I wonder if I could try to find it.
I have done
one.
several XLs and Lux trips to Orlando, but Orlando's only like 180 miles. But I've done several of those. It's like
Only.
bro.
well, I mean, but this is our market. It's like I
Yeah.
tell you, right? If you ever looked at our market, Jupiter to Key West or to the Keys, Key Largo is like 200 miles.
Cali and Florida has
All right,
much
so
more
I'm
longer
all
miles.
right. I got a screenshot of a request from Oakland and Las Vegas. This, damn, I don't have the date, but let me see.
It's like 400 miles, 500 miles.
Woo!
Wow.
All right.
So you took that,
Does
right?
that say
Hell no, I'm not going to Vegas. How much they paying? I got shit to do. I got stuff to do, man. This is not that important to me. Especially sitting in the car with somebody. Like I always think, because people get in the car, one, they're annoying. Two, some people stink. I can't stand stinky people.
See, I'm not the only one.
No, 100%. I don't want that in my life.
Or especially get one of the people. Well, can you please turn on the music? I'm like, oh man,
No.
Can you turn it up?
Jeff tells them to get out of the car. Can you get out of my car?
I'm gonna see if I got some more screenshots somewhere up in here.
I got one for you, Ronnie.
When I used to drive the drunk hours, I had one from Hollywood Boulevard, middle of Hollywood, on to Vegas, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I go pull up. Those days we don't know where the passengers are going. So I'm like, I go pull up. Great trip too, by the way. It was like 2.3 or 2.4x. The guy gets in. I slide it over. I'm like, I saw it. Then I'm thinking my brain didn't like go fast enough. I'm seeing MGM, right? MGM. I'm thinking, is there an MGM in LA? I'm like, what's happening here? Is there like is there an office building or downtown maybe? I don't know where we're going here. And then the guy goes, I go, is this the MGM in Vegas? He goes, yeah. I go, oh, no. I go, all right. My apologies, sir. Although it's going to pay me like $600 but then there's a cap of, I think, $400. You can't even make that money.
Yeah, that's so stupid.
Yeah, I found another one.
Wait, there's a cap on it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. On Lyft, there's a cap.
Yeah.
I don't know about
There's a
that.
cap.
On
Ronnie,
Uber,
what
too.
you got?
On
He's got
Uber,
another
too.
one.
This
He's
is
got another
from San Francisco Airport to like Carmel or something.
Hold on, make it. Put his
What?
Put his screen up.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring it up. I'm gonna bring him up now. There you go.
Ooh.
Wow.
That's
I'm good with that.
See what else I got up in here, man.
I'm good.
And then the guy goes, I'll take care of you. I go, I don't give a shit. I go, if you get me a room and maybe whatever, that's just not gonna happen. Like, please get out of the car. And the guy smelled a little bit of marijuana anyway. So I'm thinking Okay, there's no return on that trip, right? You're gonna dead mile it back. Without traffic, it's 4 hours each way. I'm figuring out $400, $50 an hour is not worth it. Like, no, get out. And then the guy goes, I'll tip you well, blah 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 blah. I go, bro. How high are you right now? I go, do you know Southwest Airlines is like $80 round trip, and you're ordering an Uber for like $500? God knows what Uber's charging you for this.
But
I goes,
there's a lot of people.
Get the fuck out.
Yeah,
but I hear there's a lot of people that prefer the rides.
Or
there's a good amount of people
who can't fly because they're on a no-fly list.
That too. But
you guys heard of the Driven Dad, right? Driven Dad had that. Did you guys hear that one? That he did the $3,000 trip, 1,800 miles each way, or 1,500.
Like he's got another one.
Was he the one that did the thing with Mr. Beast?
So this was, I don't know where exactly. This was like, you can see 1,500 miles away.
Where the hell is that going? Texas?
No, it was somewhere on the East Coast. I'm not even sure because I screenshot.
Doesn't that say Lubbock? Does that say Lubbock at the bottom?
Yeah.
Texas.
That's Lubbock, Texas.
Akron Road, Dana Street and Akron Road. I think
that's
it's
right
maybe
by
somewhere in Ohio. No, because the way the map is set up is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's kind of look like it's in the Midwest.
Crazy, man.
Yeah.
Somebody, let me tell you something. I worry about them types of trips because of where I live and what we're known for, being that gateway to Central South America and the Caribbean. That it wouldn't be nothing for somebody to throw a little duffel bag in the back of the truck and we're making a run. That's all. Listen, no jokes aside, that's always a worry down here. If I see somebody coming up to the truck with a duffel bag and they ain't got on no military uniform,
dude, spend a week in the Key West and vlog it.
Bro,
see how many rides you get out of the state.
I will tell you a couple of stories once we end the stream tonight. Okay, I will tell you a couple of stories when we end the stream tonight. But yeah, if I see somebody coming with a duffel bag, dead serious, a duffel bag, and they ain't got on military fatigues, ain't getting in my truck. We ain't doing the ride. We ain't doing the ride, bro. I ain't listen. I've got a mugshot floating around out there somewhere. We ain't doing that twice. Okay, it ain't gonna happen twice. That's all I'm gonna say. No, I have not been convicted of shit. Neither was I charged, but that was a fun weekend. Anyway, all right. So we're pushing 11 o'clock here. We're not going to take this out 3 hours tonight. I want to thank everybody for coming to the show. I especially want to thank our special guest tonight, Ronnie from Ronnie Speed TV. Y'all check him out.
Make sure y'all get y'all calculators so y'all can calculate everything y'all need to calculate. I want to be the nerd,
All right. Y'all check out his show. Y'all check out his show. I also want to thank Sergio again. I truly believe that, the more we grow and the more we try to help people, we're going to attract the right kinds of people to our show. I can tell you who won't ever be on this show, and y'all already know who that is. So,
what if he asked?
Well, hold on. And one more thing.
I wouldn't give a good holy damn. Listen, we will not have anybody on this channel professing jack shit. Okay,
that's true.
I'm telling you that right now. All
right, that's fair.
So, with that being it, Ronnie, one tip. We try to end the show. We give one quick tip to everybody that's watching to try to help them out. I caught you off guard, huh?
Yeah, because I was reading the private checks. I think I missed something. You said one quick tip?
Yeah, just one quick tip. Just throw something out there to them.
All right. It's January, so we already know it's a lot slower than normal markets. Just get out there, man. Get it done, man. Learn your market. There's no way around it. You have to know, where to be, where not to be, what times to drive. Then you gonna have to put the work in. I mean, it's not gonna come easy. A lot of people, they just want to, rip the Band-Aid off the skin and want the path of least resistance, man. You got to put the time in and figure out where to be, man. Simple as that. And or you could just be a nerd and get your calculators and try to find excuses and ways not to embrace the grind, because I'm gonna get this money regardless. I don't give a fuck who like it, who don't like it, or what y'all got to say about it. Speeding.
Amen. Steven, what you got over there?
He's got a website too.
Oh yeah. Follow me at Ronnie Speed. The website should be in the store.
The store.
Link RVL clothing. .com. And also, man, on my channel, you know, if you are a driver, you make $2,000, hit me up on Instagram at Ronnie Speed. I'll do like a 2 racks a week challenge where we do like a Zoom interview. And I have you share your story, man, because there are a lot of people in different markets who are unaware of the money that they can make. And, you know, they see Atlanta, they see New Jersey, St. Louis, whatever the case may be, people who are making money. And, you know, you could be inspired and hold yourself accountable because the choice is yours. If you see somebody else doing it in your market, now you got a decision to make what you want to do and what you're going to do about it.
Amen. Amen. All right, Steven, what you got, bro?
I want to steal this one from Ronnie, but
Okay.
you should definitely, you should definitely take that time. Like, okay, I drive a Tesla and it's going to take 30 minutes for me to charge. So usually I take that 30 minutes to clip out a short video or 2 or 3, you know? So take that, understand that you, even when you're not getting rides, let's say Uber is just as slow as Lyft, take that opportunity to do something else and be building something else. Don't just waste your time. Plenty of people are going to complain. Plenty of people are going to look at it like, well, there's nothing I can do. Let me throw my hands up in the air. Maybe it's time for me to get a W-2. And there's nothing wrong with having a W-2 job. Some people aren't built to just run their own business and be responsible for when things aren't as good as the best times. When it's slow, they're not ready for that. It's mentally, emotionally draining. Understandable. But you don't want to take on more risk than you can handle in those situations. So don't worry about getting a super expensive car. Don't, take advantage of the opportunity that you have in front of you. And when it comes to opportunity, understand that being lucky is just being prepared for opportunity. Being lucky is being prepared for opportunity. It's not that, oh, somebody just jumped into something and all of a sudden everything was made for them. Some people, they have it like that. Understand being prepared for opportunity is what makes you lucky.
God damn fucking Chicago.
All right, Eddie.
Look at Chicago, man.
Well, Brandon, turn the damn thing on.
Yeah,
and
I'm money if
right.
The
why
damn
wasn't
thing
it
on.
like?
Yeah, we want to see you get a ping right now, live.
Let's go.
Oh, that's too easy.
Let's go.
Yeah.
You see, Jeff's out there. Jeff's got to be making some money. He ain't come on the live stream tonight.
Yeah, we want to see you. We want to see you decline some trips.
Jeff, there you go. There you go. Go get the money.
That's $14 for 21 minutes. That's garbage.
Oh, well,
close it out. Let's see the next one.
Come on.
That's it.
Yeah, let's go. Show us some money.
$20 for 17 minutes.
We'll get you. Listen,
he getting
$29 for 19 minutes.
You either going to talk about it or be about it. Which one's it going to be tonight?
Yeah, what you going to do, Mr. 96 an hour?
29 for 19
Ronnie,
is not 96.
Ronnie fits right into the
29 for 25.
I like it. Coming in with the shots. All right.
Oh,
Eddie,
did you show Brendan? Did you show Sergio your acceptance rate?
1%.
Or is it the acceptance or the?
I don't know.
Yeah, sure.
Acceptance rate.
It's improved, guys. It's improved. I'm now at 2% acceptance.
Oh my God.
I'm now at 2%, guys. I was at 1%. Now I'm at 2.
See, I told you needed to work harder on that.
Look at his looks garbage. 675 for 8 minutes. That's so horrible.
That is terrible.
Eddie,
wow.
Eddie, I need your tip. I need your tip, Eddie. I need your tip.
Again, you gotta have yourself multiple apps. I have Uber, Lyft,
Lux,
Rodeo,
I don't
and
want
I
your
have
Lux
Vivo
garbage rides.
I'm experimenting with.
God damn it, Lux, stop.
Hey, he's talking. Man.
Yeah. So anyway, if you're not making money, always have options open this way. If you're not making money in one direction, you can make money in another direction. So have multiple apps out there. And by the way, Rodeo and Vivo might not work in all markets, but in mine, every once in a while something good comes along. So I'll take it. That's how I was able last week to make 1944. So I know somebody was asking how I was able to almost make 2,000 when it was like slow.
I'm gonna cash app.
I'm
gonna cash app you 56 so that you can be a 2K a week driver.
Oh, I know, so close, so close.
27
so damn close.
27 for 20 minutes.
What you gonna do?
Bro,
yeah.
that's 81 right there. That's close enough.
And I'm here with the boys. See, I'm sacrificing money to spend time with you guys.
Okay. Well, guess
Are
what,
those,
Brandon?
are those all X? Are those all X trips?
Yeah.
There you go, man.
Hey, all right, Brandon. Tip of the week. Let's go. And it's not looking at the app, watching money go out the window. What is it?
So I'm gonna spend a couple of minutes here because
Okay.
I'll say my piece. I'll
He
say
likes
my
us.
my background is probably is fairly different. I came from the WT side into the RideShare game. I came all the way. I actually moved to Chicago to be at the top level, to be a senior network engineer. So I came from the top making six figures, and I saw an opportunity in the RideShare to make even more. But that's just because, I came to this level that I'm at because I have the engineering mindset. I'm always like, what can I do to maximize my time? What tools can I use? What can I do to maximize my money? And it regardless of if you're going from the bottom to the top of the RideShare to W2, or you come from my end, it's all about that experience. It's I got my experience from the engineering side of the life, so, yeah, I've only been driving for a year, but, I have the ability to know, how to maximize my income in anything I do. And that comes with anything. So, that brings me up to the main point I want to talk about is that not all markets are equal. It's true. I went from South Florida to Chicago because I was presented with an opportunity to double my salary. I go where the money is. If you have the ability to do that in all aspects of it, not just ride sharing, that's what you got to do to make your money. Because if I was stuck in South Florida, I would be stuck doing $50,000 a year, which is considered to be normal pay for a mid-level engineer, which is really, really horrible. So, if your area is really getting like one ride like every 5 minutes, and you're seeing me on this live stream getting 80 rides a minute, and you're trying to make this a full-time job, you got to look like, hey, if I'm going to really make this full-time job and fully commit to it, maybe it's time for me to move to a big city where I can make that big money. And if you're not willing to make that, then maybe ride sharing isn't for you. Maybe you look for something local, W2. But it's all about maximizing your potential, and that may just involve you having to move, like what I did. I moved across the country for a better opportunity, and here I am.
That's a pivot, though. But that's
Yeah.
a pivot. That's a pivot. It might be an extreme of a pivot, but still, I mean, listen, back in the day, I don't know if y'all familiar with this term. They used to call it carpet bagging. Carpet bagging is when people would come from another area that was dry, they'd come into a city, get jobs there, get that money, and then take it back to where they come from. They used to call that carpetbagging. But what you're doing, what you did, Brandon, was you saw an opportunity, not only driving, but also in your professional career, and you moved. See, a lot of times people never get out their own damn neighborhoods, man.
Yep.
So many people live exactly where they were born and all of this stuff, and they don't know what the rest of the country or even the rest of the world looks like. And
I've
kudos
been
to
around
you.
the world several times.
Well, yeah, and most people here on the channel know my history. I'm with you there.
Yep.
Okay, but and there's some things I don't want to see again. I ain't gonna lie about it. But at the same time, you took it upon yourself, and for whatever it was, you went for it. And at the end of the day, kudos to you. I applaud you for that. All right, Sergio.
Okay.
Sergio.
I got two.
Okay.
But before Kiara loses the connection, Kiara, watch the stream yesterday. We had Kim from Kim Side Money Plans on yesterday.
Oh yeah, I saw.
Who's the queen of multi-apping, and she's I think on 12 now. And she delivers in Jersey, Eats and DoorDash, where she delivers. She says she delivers to Bon Jovi. She delivers to the governor of New Jersey's house. So whatever you are in Jersey, you're into the wrong neighborhood. So contact her and ask her where she's delivering, because your numbers may match Atlanta. You may not have to go back to Atlanta. So that's number one. Number two, I kind of tag
That's
along with what
It's
Ron.
really good to know. I'm gonna
No,
go back
seriously,
and watch that.
just contact her through her channel. Her channel's name is Kim's Side Money Plans, or contact her through one of the videos that she makes for us. And I'm telling you, she's killing it out there. Okay.
She have red hair? Does she have red hair?
She has kind of reddish, not as red. She's the most bubbly personality, wonderful woman, and she's killing it doing the apps.
I feel like I've seen her before.
Yeah.
So
She's in one of the last two streams.
Yeah, she's pretty sharp. She's pretty sharp.
She was on the stream yesterday, and don't look
There
at
you
her
go.
like
Yeah,
she's
yes.
all nice and bubbly. She's a killer. Trust me. So,
Yeah, I think
so
I've seen her videos before. She sounds familiar.
Yeah, but watch the stream from yesterday. She was a guest on the stream, and you'll figure it out. So my thing is, I'm going to tag along with what Ronnie said a little bit. Is that rideshare may seem easy to a lot of people. It's just driving. It's not. A lot of people out there who are unsuccessful and bitch and complain are playing chess. I mean checkers. Sorry, we're all playing chess.
Amen.
There's a big difference between playing checkers and chess. One is moving the pieces. They're both moving the pieces, but one is with intent and with structure and with strategy. And to me, as a driver, from the first day on, the most important thing has always been is not the trip that I'm on, is where that trip is going to take me and what's there. So to me, these things are easily done. If you're on the road the same 40 hours, I will run circles around you because I'm doing these simple things that you're not doing. Okay. And this is not about boasting. This is not about that. I want to teach you these things because I've gone through, I paid my dues and it's free. You'll get the advice. But a lot of people don't have the discipline to stick to it because they'll do it for a couple of days and they'll go, oh, this is just too difficult. I can't think that much. I'm like, bro, that's why you're complaining. You're making $18 an hour gross. After expenses, you're less than minimum wage. Don't complain. You got to put into it. You get out of it what you put into it. And if you don't put any thought into it and you think it's a simple thing because you pick up somebody point A, drop them off point B, RideShare has got a very, very steep learning curve. And you got to adapt and you got to put some thought into it just like anything else. So there you go.
Yep.
Amen to that. You're right, Sergio. And it's kind of like what Ronnie and we've all been saying. If you don't treat this like a business, if you treat it like you're a freaking employee, then don't expect to get business success. Expect to hit that ceiling employee success. That's what you're going to get out of it.
Yep.
So if you're not willing to move and change, then Sergio, Ronnie, you guys are spot on again. Kiara Queenie, I need a good one from you, baby. Let's go. What do you got?
For what I've learned doing Uber Eats back in New Jersey again is when you're saying pivot and change your strategies, that doesn't necessarily mean like for a week and it didn't work, I'm just going to give it up. I've noticed that with New Jersey, it's like there's a Wednesday strategy, there's a weekend strategy, and you have to figure out how to make them. It's not necessarily like doing one per week and then switching it up and trying something else a week. Study your market and study
change on a daily
flow
basis
of people and where they are and what they're doing, and then kind of instead of just going with one strategy per week and then switching it off, I would try something Monday through Thursday and then try a weekend strategy and work it out that way. Different.
All right, there you go. She's right. Like, listen, it's not one size fits all. What works in my market might not work in Brandon and I in previous shows, in public and in private, we have gone at it back and forth in a good way. But we understand that we drive two different markets. Our markets are completely different, completely different. He is in a much denser, more consolidated area. And again, I'm in a 200-mile stretch. So, you guys you gotta work your market. What Ronnie does, what Eddie does, what Steven does, Serge, listen, it ain't one size fits all. That's why it's slow now. Take that minute to learn your goddamn market.
When it comes to longer drives, Vinny gets paid more than I do, straight up.
Yeah, and shorter trips, Brandon's going to make more than I do if he ever actually accepts a ride. So, that's a whole nother thing.
2%, baby. 2% for life.
Well,
Anyway.
that was like my last one. Brandon. Last one was what was that? 18 minutes for $27?
Yeah.
I mean, you got to give yourself a little bit of room there, buddy, because any ex-driver that you're stealing that trip from would do like cartwheels on that thing. You know what I'm saying? So give us a break. Get rid of this para bullshit. No, actually, I love para. Give these guys a break, bro.
If it wasn't for para, I would probably be forced to get a full-time job again because I would be I would be genuinely concerned about making rent.
But you just declined like 6 trips that Uber X drivers would kill over, bro.
Because I'm spending time with the boys. I'm willing to make that sacrifice.
Selfish, man.
Boy, I tell you. All right. So, and then my tip of the week is just pay attention to what everybody's saying, because ain't nobody here going to tell you wrong. And even if one or two of us don't agree, it's up to you to take that advice. You know, they tell you all the time. You can give me your advice, then it's up to me to make good use of it or not make good use of it. And if you're stuck and you're down and you're out, we all got emails, we all got channels. Please go subscribe to all of them, and we'll always be here for you because, and this is something that I respect about Sergio, and I've never said it, I'm going to say it now. Sergio, you correct me if I'm right or if I'm wrong. Sergio don't need to be doing this.
No.
He doesn't have to be here. Trust me when I tell you, he does not have to be here. He's doing it because and Sergio, I'm gonna put you out there. He's lived one career that's been very good to him, and he worked, and now he's trying to give back. And you hear about people giving back, but you don't really see them week in, week out giving them back. Somebody who writes a check for $100,000 is giving back in a minuscule way. But when somebody can teach you how to fish instead of just giving you that fish, you know what I'm saying? You know the cliche, you're going to eat. So I hope you guys understand that. With that, y'all, we're going to wrap this show up. You're very welcome, sir. That's why I appreciate you the way I do. I appreciate you. And I don't like putting people's business out there, but a lot of people don't know the story.
Yeah.
You
Brandon,
just have to.
Can I ask Brandon one final question?
Yeah.
You have a backdoor deal with Para, bro? What's happening here?
No.
You're doing all this for free, bro? You're doing all this advertising for free?
No, I don't want it for free.
It's completely changed the way I thought about things.
Of course it did. I'm not saying that it didn't, but I'm thinking you're like constantly pumping it up. I'm thinking there's definitely a backdoor under the table.
He's like, no, I'm just drinking the Kool-Aid.
Something is happening here.
I'm excited to see how much more I can make in the summer now that I have this, because I thought that me making $4,000 to $5,000 and a peak of summertime in Chicago was good, but that was without this.
Yeah.
Now that I have this, I expect to make a couple thousand more a week with this, having access to this kind of information. And again, this is not going to work for everybody. Like it's not going to work for Vinny where he is unless he goes to Brickell. It's not going to work for. And
I get that. That's recorded. That's recorded, Brandon. I'm just letting you know. I will be cutting that clip out. I got it timestamped. Just letting you know. Okay, because for 2 months we've been fighting about this.
Go to Brickell.
You know what?
See what it does for you.
You know what?
Go to Brickell. See what it does for you. You've never gone to Brickell.
I got your ass now, son. Go ahead. I got your ass.
Yeah. So for me, it's because I'm getting these ride requests, and then before Para, I didn't even think about doing UberX at all. I was strictly Lyft, Lux Black, solely. I was like, wow, I thought this was good money. And then, because of your video, when you talk about the Para executives, I tried it out, and I just had a whole new light.
Did you just give me credit for something? Is that
I
what
did.
happened?
I'm serious.
You should go get a lotto ticket.
I'm very thankful because it changed my mindset.
Right.
Now I'm seeing UberX rides paying more than Lux Black. It's completely changed the way I'm thinking about things now.
So
you have an Android?
SB Rides. You have an
Android?
I got an iPhone. I had an Android, but then I got an iPhone because I was seeing more updates come into iPhone more often.
Yuck.
So
I hate the iPhone.
But yeah, Para does work better on iPhone.
Yeah.
But even if I didn't have an iPhone and I knew that Para worked better than an iPhone, I would have bought an iPhone just for Para.
So SB Rides made a video, and it's a pretty good video. He talks about some of the benefits he's seen with Para, whatever. But he said it in the comments here, he actually discovered that he was able to use the filters that were designed for food deliveries, use those filters in order to block high schools. So in his area now, he doesn't get rides to the schools in his area. He just blocks those addresses.
Yeah, you also have apartments. You also have apartments.
Time out.
Next one.
You can do that in Para?
Yeah, because hey, don't start, Eddie. I'll put your ass in time out.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Don't start. Ronnie, we got this thing where we
curiosity.
Time out. Where I just shut him off the stream.
We gotta go. It's 8:30.
Anyway, listen, if Para wants to be a sponsor of anybody's channel, then reach out. Otherwise, it's $1 every time we say the word Para, Para, whatever the hell it is. You don't work for me anyway. All right, Ronnie. Hey, bro, I appreciate you being here, dog.
No, I appreciate the invite. Had a good time. I'll definitely be back more often.
Well, you are cordially invited. You are cordially invited to be.
I'm about to say, damn, quarterly shit. Once a
quarterly, yeah. Cordially invited to be
just like the healthcare stipend. Oh yeah, you don't get that.
Oh yeah, well, that's the Sunday night show. But now, hey, you're a member of the RideShare Garage team. If you choose to be, I will be linking you up in the Garage team in our descriptions from now on. I just simply link your channel, invite people to subscribe to those channels. You're welcome back anytime. If you want, I'll just put you on the email list. The invite's there. If you come, you come. If you don't, we know you about us. Same thing we do with Sergio. Sergio, it's always a pleasure to have you here, bro. Your numbers and your details is awesome. Eddie's freeze frames make for great memes. So I appreciate you, Eddie, being here once again. Kiera.
Just wait till I get my.
Oh my God, Kiera. We miss you, Queen, and but who misses you more? That'd be the RideShare culture, because he's got you on the big screen at home right now, 65-inch. He's got you framed out. Brandon, you're still my boy, no matter what. Discord group. We do have a Discord group. I will link it up in the description if you guys want to join the Discord. Right now, it seems to be only Brandon and me and Steven. But, we have a good time.
And my apprentice.
All right. Mm-hmm. Steven.
Yes.
And what did you just get gun shy on us? Turn your camera off?
No, remember my camera's set on a timer so that I don't leave it on. Anyway, sorry about that.
Listen, I promise you this. I will not throw you under the bus too tough like they did to Tobin, whatever his name is from CNN. Okay? I promise I won't do that to you. All right, y'all. We're going to get up out of here. I'm going to end this stream. We'll see y'all next time. Out. Thanks again. And make that money.